Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and my son's loading up a couple of pickup trucks that he has worked on and even restored the one on the back. And the guy who owns both of them has moved to Missouri from Arizona, so he's getting ready to pull out, which he pulled out this morning early, and make the trip to Kansas City, Missouri, and drop these off for the guy who owns them. There's a story behind this that the truck on the front, which is an old GMC, and I don't remember the years on these. I'm sorry, getting too old. But anyway, my son and his wife were at Walmart, and they were shopping, and they came out, were getting in their car, and they heard this car trying to start, and it would, like, the engine would turn a little bit, and then the starter would spin, and then he'd try again, and, it never would start. And so Bruce walked over to him and asked him if he needed help. The guy was, sitting in his truck. He said, yeah. So then Bruce asked him to raise the hood, or to whatever it was. And so they raised the hood. And then most gas engines, in a car, they always, when you turn them off, they always seem to stop at the same space or same place on the flywheel. Now the flywheel has teeth on it all the way around, and the starter, when you hit the starter button, well then that engages the flywheel and spins it around and starts the motor. Well, like I said, most engines stop at the same place. So every time you start it, it starts with those first gears. And so what had happened was the ones at that point were worn out. So he grabbed a hold of the fan blade and turned the engine just enough, like 10, 15 degrees, to get the flywheel into a new position. The guy tried it and it started right up. So then the guy said, will you fix it? And so he took on the job of fixing it. Of course, he gets paid for that, but he doesn't charge as much as shops do. And then while the guy was, he fixed that and a lot of other things on that GMC. And then while the guy was here, he looked at that old blue Chevy, and I've got a video on that, which I'll put a link in the descriptions, and I'll also put a link to it in the end. But he liked that Chevy, which when you looked at it the first time, it needed a lot of work. So Bruce restored that blue Chevy on the back from what it was. He didn't change. He didn't paint anything. Oh, by the way, there's Mr. Agile there climbing under the truck. He didn't paint anything. He just replaced like windshields and back windows and all kinds of stuff. And then he overhauled the engine. Well, he didn't overhaul it, but I guess you might say he didn't tear it apart that far to overhaul it. But anyway, got the engine all fixed up nice, and so it ran fine. But the guy moved since when he started, and he now lives near Kansas City. So my son and his friend are getting ready to make the trip with the two trucks from Arizona here to Missouri. And like they left this morning at about 4 o'clock, and they're on their way. So it won't take them forever to get there because we got two drivers, and so it'll work pretty well. Anyway, that's the story on those trucks, and I want to thank you for watching my videos, and God bless.